His Excellency retired Brigadier Ms Pamilla Bio, President of the Republic of Sierra Leone. On behalf of the delegation of Sierra Leone, I express sincere gratitude to the Office of the Special Representative of the Secretary General on Sexual Violence, the co-sponsoring mission, and other stakeholders for organizing today's event on a critical and timely topic aimed at examining the whole continuum of sexual violence in conflict accountability chain. I also thank our host, the Permanent Observer Mission of the African Union to the United Nations for the kind accommodation. This subject matter resonates in a very special way to His Excellency Dr. Ms Maada Bio, President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, a foremost champion of gender equality and equity. It certainly resonates with me as I have dedicated my public work to tackling sexual gender-based violence around the world. Women, girls, and children have always and continue to be the most vulnerable to bring the required change to the lives and livelihoods of mostly women and girls globally amidst all odds are commendable. Sierra Leone have had a well-recognized reputation for tackling action to ensure accountability for sexual violence in conflict. Following the conclusion of the decade-long civil war in Sierra Leone over 20 years ago, two transitional justice mechanisms were established: the Truth and Reconciliation Commission and the Special Court for Sierra Leone. The Special Court for Sierra Leone was among the first to grapple with some of the most important recurring legal dilemmas for most modern post-conflict situations. For example, the court was the first international criminal court to prosecute persons bearing greatest responsibility and to recognize the new crime against humanity of forced marriage as an other inhumane act. In post-conflict situation, as the legacy of conflict-related sexual violence regrettably linger, one main focus must be to ensure that the zero-tolerance policy to SGBV becomes a reality. In this regard, it is crucial to accelerate our collective action to end all forms of sexual violence globally. Violence against women and girls in this context take many different forms, including domestic violence, sexual assault and harassment, child, early and forced marriage, and sex trafficking. Gender inequality. It is rooted in gender equality that women face throughout their lives from childhood through to old age. I cannot help but quote His Excellency President Bio's description of the menace when he once said, "The depravity of sexual violence is obscene." Panel resolution on access to justice for survival of sexual violence was adopted consensuously by the United Nations General Assembly. Sierra Leone is proud and grateful for the broad support from the 83 member states that co-sponsor the important gap-filling resolution. The resolution built on previous critical work undertaken by the United Nations General Assembly and Security Council to protect survivors in conflict situations by extending protection to survivors during peacetime. We know statistically that most sexual violence in the world happens outside of war. The mechanism or outline in Resolution 76304 therefore reinforced the theme of ensuring accountability in the holistic justice journey. The accountability mechanism, as outlined by Resolution 76304, involved multiple stakeholders, including government, civil society organizations, and international and regional organizations. The resolution calls for victims and survivors to be urgently provided access to justice and effective remedies. These include the provision of comprehensive legal protection for victims, effective legal assistance, and protection of victims and witnesses from reprisals. The multi-sectoral support service includes the establishment of comprehensive, coordinated, trauma and gender responsive services, health, psychological assistance and protection. The resolution calls for the need of child victims to be addressed, prevention and awareness. Critically, it's urged enhanced international cooperation to combat sexual violence. I trust that with this lens and many perspectives we will share today, in this high-level side event will continue to spotlight the issue of addressing sexual violence in conflict areas. Thank you for your collaboration and support in strengthening protection for all survivors.